Hey y'all, this is Madalyn from Orbital Events in San Diego. I'm here today meeting virtually with Deep Yogurt. Can you introduce yourself for our viewers?
Yeah, my name is Trevor. I'm from Deep Yogurt. I play guitar and I sing. I write the songs. We also have other members of the band like Elijah, who plays bass, Brock, who plays drums, Malcolm, who plays synth, and our long distance guitarist, Alec, who lives in Boston, but he's actually down here right now. He plays guitar.
Wow, okay. Tell me a little bit about how that long distance relationship works with your bandmate.
Um, Diego kind of came in and started playing guitar when Alec left off to college in Boston, to the Berkeley School of Music. So a lot of what that is just honestly, whenever Alec comes down, there's some songs where I won't play guitar and I'll only sing now, so they can both play guitar. Or sometimes we'll have like three guitars when we're wilding out, but just kind of, it's like, oh, off to college later, but like whenever you're here, like you're still in the band, come play.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. And how would you describe your sound as a band to someone who's just stumbling upon this video and has never heard how that sounds?
Um, I've been using stoner pop to describe it a lot and like beach emo, but I feel like that's more representative of the stuff that is going to be on the new album that's finished now. So that's how I would describe it to somebody, but also keeping in mind that that's more of the newer stuff. And up until then, I would just say we might have been like rock-ish or punk-ish, but it was developing. But I feel like now we're more settled into a sound.
Got it. How did your sound evolve and how long are we talking?
I would say it mostly just like evolved through like more experience recording because Deep Yogurt started off as a bedroom project where I just made all the songs and played all the instruments. And then that was me just kind of being new at like creating music in a band setting. So it was just kind of like, I don't know how it's going to sound. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And then there was a little more collaborative effort with our second release, which was Busters, and that was an EP with everyone playing and everyone being recorded. But then our next release is kind of back to the original because everyone's just so busy and recording's so expensive, and I'm
Mhm.
just trying to get better as also the next album's produced and all recorded by me, and I do all the instrumentation, but I still performed with the
Right. Okay. And the next album, when is that coming out?
band. Good news is I'm done with all the mixing and recording and it's ready to be mastered. I'm just waiting on some licensing for some samples. So as soon as that happens, you should see it come out pretty quick. But with COVID going on, it's kind of hard getting a hold of the people that I need to get a hold of right now. And I mean, with everything else that's going on, it's like really kind of hard to get a hold of anyone for that stuff. It's kind of not on the back burner, but hit me up in a month about it. We'll see where we're at.
Right. And understandable because there's so many things that need the world's attention right now, besides our own music and you know, our own hobbies and products and art, everything. So,
Totally.
yeah, it might take a bit, but that is understandable and, maybe what's needed right now.
Yeah. No,
Um,
totally.
yeah, but at this time and during quarantine and with everything going on, has music played a role in your day to day? Like, what's music looking like for you? What's your creative process looking like for you right now?
Um, when I think of lyrics, I just write them down on paper. If I've kind of been setting up a studio as well in the garage with the help of Diego. So we're roommates as well, so it kind of works out. So we've been able to jam and do that kind of stuff. So the creative outlet's still been there. I definitely have like the album's 14 songs and it's not out yet. And I have like 8 written that are new outside of that already. So things are moving, but I'm just really angry. And like, I've been listening to a lot of angry music and a lot of music that, trashes the cops and trashes the system and all that stuff. And just kind of things to literally keep morale high right now. Because I mean, with the way that the San Diego Police Department and La Mesa Police Department are treating people here in San Diego, like you can't just always be listening to emo music. Like you have to listen to something angry. You have to listen to stuff that sounds like it's burning shit, that talks about, screams about burning shit. So I've been trying to keep my energy higher listening to that kind of stuff too, as far as music.
Absolutely. It does feel like you need something to keep you focused and motivated to, to
Yeah,
kind of make positive change and just participate in that energy right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. In general, what would you say your biggest music inspiration is?
Um, I feel like I have a couple, and it would be, I'd say the first would be Jeff Rosenstock. Just giving away his music for free, and he's kind of a punk rock DIY OG. And I respect him a lot as a performer as well, which is what I really like about him too. Is just he performs with a lot of energy, and some people don't like this because like he kind of has a lot of like mess ups when he plays guitar. Some people think, but it kind of like transcends how well you play your instrument when you're giving away that energy. So that's definitely like somebody that's inspirational to me and always reminds me that like you should be putting energy into this performance. And if you're not, then like low key, like would you even want to watch yourself? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. So um, he's an inspiration and somebody I reflect on. And I would say Jimi Hendrix too, just because like again performance, like that man literally came through the guitar, like his soul went through it and sound came out, and you can see it when he plays and you can hear it when he plays too. And so I think like performance is like just really what I have the most respect for and what I'm really looking for, because I mean going to shows and feeling that stuff is like the peak. Like if you can go to a show of a band that you like and really feel it and not be disappointed and underwhelmed, but like experience them on another level, like that's a good artist. And that's I think what everyone should be striving to do.
Awesome. Yeah, music is meant to be shared. It's like,
Yeah, totally.
yeah, yeah. I love a good live performance. It has been sad missing out on live shows in the past months. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there is something really special about that energy. I agree. Speaking of which, what are some of the favorite shows you've played, and were they local? Were they San Diego? Where were they?
Yeah, yeah. I have some favorites for sure. Man, there's so many that we've played. Sometimes me and like Brock, I'll talk about this one. Like, dude, we played so many shows together. We're brothers too, so um, I'm 26 and he's 23 right now. So, but we'll talk about that. But I think my one of my like a show I'll never forget would be in Washington, Bellingham, Washington, in 2017. We were on tour, and it was just a really cool show at this really cool punk house called Mosh Eisley. Nate set it up. Shout out Nate. Shout out Jerry Core and Stepdads. And basically, they just set us up with a really good Washington show. And it was like in a house that had a dedicated stage in the living room. And just a lot of people showed up. And the vibes were really good. And you can actually find footage of that show on YouTube. We play Yolo live. So if you look up Deep Yogurt Yolo live, then you can find that footage. It's really good.
Nice. That'll be in the links too beneath this video. I'll make sure to put that in there.
Dope.
Yeah. If you could collaborate with any musician group, who would it be?
Mm, damn, I don't know. I'm a pretty big Tyler the Creator fan, just because like I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of like I've never necessarily been the biggest fan of hip hop. Like I like it, I just like never dive in and stuff. And like rap, I never really dive in. But I like what he's done with a lot of just like I like his aesthetic generally, but I like that he has a lot of different like avenues. Like everyone says they have like a clothing brand they're gonna do on the side or all these side projects, but he really did a lot of them. And he's like a local like LA, California person, and it's just like someone that's like relatable. So when I see artists who have like I see him and I'm like, damn, this guy's done a lot. It's cool. It looks cool. It sounds cool. He seems pretty cool, or pretty wild at least. And like, just like, yeah, I'd like to spend some time with this person, like making art, and even just in between making art. Like, seems like a pretty interesting person to just like be around.